How did you get into the bajoloche, bro? How did that come about? Like, did you do tololoche first, and you're like, man, let me try it, or?
So, quick recap on my career. But if you don't know, I am actually Omar Ruiz's original tololochero.
Oh shit,
So it was him on armonía, and he had his requintero, el de la
that's lit.
guitarra, el de la guitarrita.
El de la guitarrita del
Yeah,
compa.
el de
Yeah.
la guitarrita. Um, and then it was me on tololoche, and we were the first three going out to do shows together. Before, and this is when he was releasing that the Algo Leve album, the one where he put that beer cover.
Oh damn.
So it was right before Quesito, right before Americano.
Right, but he had some motion already though.
Yeah,
He was doing pretty good.
he was getting motion.
Algo
'cause,
Leve was like the underground fucking jams along with
Yeah.
like Alta Consigna and all them.
Yeah, man.
All of them were hitting at that time. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Algo Leve was hard.
And so I was the original tolochero, and I started doing bad. You know. So shouts out to Empresa Cushman, you know, mi copa R10 that took care of me. You know, they saw me doing bad, and they were like, "Hey, man, you're talented. You can't be doing like this. You know, we're gonna put you to work for you to collect some money,
Yeah.
but we just want you to do it part time, and then we want you to focus on the music." And so off to the track I went, you know, and I started doing that shit with them. And este man, that's really what sparked it all. That gave me a first person perspective to really write the shit from my perspective because I was seeing a lot of it myself. So I wrote all these jams, Vida Peligrosa, Arsenal Efectivo, based on my clique, on the shit I was doing, you know.
Yeah.
That led to me being a Phoenix, and that's when I ran into Javi and Poncho, man, and we really put the project together, you know.
Yeah.
How did that actually meet up? Like the real connection? Like where did you actually meet them, or how did that even go?
Poncho responded to a post I put on Instagram that I was gonna be in Phoenix, and he thought I was a big shot hot artist, part of Bad Sin. You know, he thought that I was signed to Bad Sin Records and that I fucked with Gerardo, which I did, but I wasn't signed to them. But
Yeah.
I was in the mix, you know, and he thought I was, but he thought bigger. But he ended up greeting me, and we linked up. We had some crazy parties together, and I got to show him my music, and that's when he realized that, hey, there's something else about this guy, you know, and he really stuck through. But we had an original member, you know, his name's Jesse, JR15 for people that know him, his artistic name.
Rincon?
He's actually one of his songs is blowing up right now, but he has a song called Doble F, and it's the norteño version is blowing up.
Saludos,
right now.
compa
Shouts out to my
Jesse.
Jesse, you know.
Damos el vergazo.
So he's the original
empieza a
requintero of
get
Arsenal, but the problem was that he was also a singer and writer, and so was I. You know?
Yeah.
And so we had two projects in our hands, and it was either his or mine, you know? And I told Poncho, and I said, look, man, I don't know about, you know, your boy and everything, but I have something really solid in my hands. And so that's when I started to kind of wanting to build the project together. And originally I interviewed singers. I wasn't gonna sing. I was just gonna play bajoloche. But they weren't singing the songs how I imagined them.
Yeah.
So I ended up stepping up to the plate. But right before all that, I met Javi at a party, man. And our incident, I never forget that shit, bro. Like I get invited to go to a party, you know, because I was really riding this wave at the time. I was riding one. People were confusing me with my tocayo 38 from La Finiquera. Saludos a mi tocayo, como no? You know, and everywhere I went, they thought I was him. And two, like I was riding the wave that I was Omar's musical. Like I was. And I would tell people that. And it would really give me engagement. You know, people were inviting me to parties thinking, oh, este güey es aparte de Bad Sin or whatever. And it really was, it was working for me. You know, I was playing the part. And I went to this party because they invited me. And when I pulled up, apenas estaba empezando, there was a little fire pit going on. There was 2-3 people there, and this fool was there playing with the requinto.
You were there. You were there. I pulled up. You were there, and then I pulled up.
And you, oh yeah?
Yeah, because then, you know, you were playing Solecito for the people, and I told you, play that song again, fool, but let me grab my requinto real quick.
Damn.
My memory of Javi is he was playing Quesito, and I said, hey, I know the guy that wrote that song. And you know what his response was? Alta consigna?
A la verga.
Te dio en el mero corazón a la verga.
I was like, oh, hell no.
Yeah.
Nah, because they had that beat going on at that
Yeah.
time, remember?
Yeah.
And I was like,
Fuck.
nah, fool. The fool that wrote it was Omar Ruiz. And he's like, oh, yeah, Omar Ruiz. I know who that is. And I sent that fool a WhatsApp. I was like, watch, I'm going to send him a WhatsApp. And I sent him out a WhatsApp of this fool playing quesito on the requinto. And Omar responded like, verga, tata perra, whatever. And this was like, what? This is Omar's fucking, you know?
Yeah, happy shit.
That's how we linked up. That's what I remember. But the main thing that I know that we both agree on is that day a band pulled up. And it was a singer accordion player with a guitar player and a bass player to back him up. And so me and Javi were like, what's up, Javi? This fool had never seen me play really, you know? But I said, what's up, fool? Let's I play bass. You know, you play guitar. Let's play some jams together. And so I remember we asked the grupo, hey, let us play some songs.
You had the bajoloche at this point?
No, actually, it
Only
had
bass.
an electric bass.
Oh, okay.
But I slapped it like a bajoloche.
Sick.
And then this fool grabbed the guitar. And I remember first song we start playing, we start fucking going ham. This fool's going ham on the requinto. I'm going ham on the freaking electric bass, slapping it. And this fool just turns around like, is that us? Like he couldn't believe what he sounded like, bro.
Yeah.
And even the guys, like the requintero that was there,
The engineer, he's like, damn, I'm just gonna let these fools be.
It was crazy, bro. I never forget that moment, bro. That's when I knew that this is the fool that I needed to fuck with. You know?
Yeah.
Fuck.
And we blew everybody's mind that day, bro.
This
Like,
almost sounds like a story of Guitar Hero.
That
Yeah,
shit,
that sounds sick
that
as
shit to
hell.
me deserves a movie, dog.
That's a
Yeah,
bad. Yeah, Arsenal Efectivo deserves a movie.
Yeah.
Your guys' story of what I know is crazy.
For real, fool. Just starting the whole fucking backstory with him doing crazy ass shit on the border, you know, and then just fucking finding music out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Meeting fucking Poncho and Javi, fool, in Arizona. Like, I could envision it now, fool. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Me acuerdo when you told us.
Javi, 10 years old, watching a movie of Shrek and Disney.
For no reason.
For real.
Así empieza la movie. en pura truza el güey, no.
Con un big ass bowl de conflays, carnal.
Yeah. But well, I remember this. What really sounded like a movie was when you told us about the time that you had got caught up, before you guys subieron a su evento.
Yeah.
That sounds like a fucking movie.
That's
itself,
where
you know?
it really was the beginning of it all. I feel like of us into
Being
becoming,
fucking.
you know, getting the exposure because
Yeah.
I left a 5-song EP prior to that incident, and our first real tocada, we were supposed to open up for Omar. You know, and this time the feds, they were on it. You know,
This time the
Yeah.
feds didn't fuck around.
we put on Facebook exactly where we're gonna be at, and they were right there.
And they
waiting
pulled
for
up.
us.
They were
Of
like,
course.
"He's done."
Of course.
That day they actually pulled up.
He's like, that day I didn't say fuck the feds.
That was that was a crazy arrest though. That day was like we were so ready to go do our debut. You know, we're like we're gonna pull up, we're gonna kill the show. It's our first presentation. Man, we step away from the car where we were tuning. Fucking an Explorer pulled up, full drifting and shit. You know, hey, where's Francisco? Francisco. And
should've
then
right,
Shrek just looks at us. Hey, Doogie's valió verga. And who's Francisco? Who's Francisco? And then this one says, I'm Francisco. Put your hands up, motherfucker. This and that, acá. And then le quitan el bajoloche and then they toss it to us. They're like, here, he's not playing tonight. Francisco's not playing tonight.
I was like, man,
Damn.
you guys can't let me just do my show. I was like, man,
Pura
let me do
verga.
my set at least. And they was like, nah, bro, that's it for you. You know, you're done. They threw me in the motherfucking car, and then the fool that was in the car was said, hey, what's up, Francisco? And he looked at me, he's all like, damn, bro, you look a lot skinnier. And I was like, that's what threw me off, bro. That's what tripped me out. I was like, oh, hell
They've been
no.
after you for a minute, huh?
Yeah, they were looking at me for a while,
I
bro.
wouldn't even have thought about that. I would have been like, "Why? Would you see or what?" I'd be like, "Why?"
Yeah, so I would have been like, oh, thank you.
Yeah,
that's
no,
what-
thanks, bro.
yeah.
Thanks, bro.
It's
Well, I've
crazy.
been trying out this new diet, looking at.
So right, literally that day, I spent the next couple nights in the Maricopa County Jail in Phoenix, which is the worst fucking jail you can go to.
Fuck that place.
worse.
Hey, you hit 4th Ave then?
Yeah,
Oh,
I was
hell
right
no.
there, dog. Only a couple days
If
because
you
I
from
got
Phoenix, you
I got
know what's up.
extradited. You know, it didn't take long for me to get shipped out. But literally during those couple days is when I wrote Los Recuerdos. You know,
Oh,
te quedan
that's
recuerdos.
my
De
number
los
one
tiempos
fucking song
de
from Arsenal.
locura.
That one and Solecito for me.